Here's my next new little project that I just picked up a couple weeks ago. It's a Rush Extreme Ration machine. I found it on Craigslist actually for a steal. The guy wanted 200 bucks, claiming that he took it apart, but he didn't know what he was doing, and he got in over his head. And he was asking for 200 bucks, but he said the monitor was busted, and he claimed that everything else worked just fine, but the monitor. So went down to Kankakee, which was about, God, I don't know how far away from me, hour and a half. It was like 70 miles. It was way far away, but my dad was gracious enough to get a trailer and help me get it out there, because this thing is huge. This thing is 550 pounds, and the story is the guy's house I went over to pick this up from, it was, he just had surgery, and he had a hernia or something like that, so he could not help us lift this up out of his basement. And his basement is just like an unfinished, run-of-the-mill cement floor, whatever basement. And it was me, my dad, and my girlfriend trying to lift this thing out of this guy's basement, and no help from this guy. So we dinged the crap out of this guy's stairs. He just had, unfinished wooden stairs and whatnot. And we just dinged the crap out of it. And then we got up the stairs and we're like ripping the carpet up and junk. Oh, it was just awful. It was really bad. And then we go and we try and get it out, and he's got one of those, plastic porches, and we're just scraping everything up. Oh, it was bad. We finally get it loaded on the truck. I'm like, dude, here's your 150 bucks, which I ended up making a deal is. And we just got out of there. It was so bad. I felt awful about this guy's house. I mean, but that's what happens. I mean, I thought these Rush machines come in half. They do not. The early San Francisco Rushes do not come in half. And so we took it out of this guy's basement in one big piece, and that's what it appears to be looking right now. The story is when I got it here to my house, we have our stairs are on a curve, like it goes on an L almost. So it sucks ass to get arcade machines down here. So my dad, thinking what he thought we could bend it around the corner, and it didn't work. We put holes in the walls and whatnot. What ended up, if you can almost see it, is we went down here, this line right here, and you can't even see it. You can see over here almost. There's this little cut right here, right there where my finger is. We took a bandsaw and we just literally cut it in half. You can't even see it, but that's the only way it would have fit down the stairs. And oh god, we put a huge ass hole in the wall, and that's another story, but did that with a crisis zone machine too. But either way, it's down here, it's in the basement, and it is working. Really, this monitor, all it needed was a cap kit. I took the chassis out, I replaced every single cap on it. I bought a cap kit from, who did I buy a cap kit from? Twisted Quarter. Yeah, I bought a cap kit from Twisted Quarter for a Neotech 27E. Apparently all the caps in that do not match up to this monitor in the slightest bit. I was missing like 4 or 5 caps on that, so I mean really, I think I got the paper over here. You can see for this Neotech, what was it? Yeah, I was missing a cap over here, and he like different cap, whatever. It was a mess. So I had to write down the correct voltages. Luckily, I had a couple caps to work off of, or I did have to order a couple from eBay. There was like a bipolar capacitor that was just wacko, but that's in a story by itself. Really, all I needed was all the caps replaced. I reflowed all the solder, and it works great, as you can see. And I even went as far as upgrading it to Rush the Rock, because the Extreme, I'm not gonna lie, the regular Extreme sucks. It really does, and that's just my opinion. The Rush the Rock really adds to this game. If you are gonna own one of these machines, you get Rush the Rock or Alcatraz or whatever you want to call it, and you upgrade it. And I bought an upgrade kit from this guy in Indiana off of eBay. I just messaged him and I gave him, I think it was like 60 bucks. And he gives the security, because you need a security chip to do this, and I just did it without the hard drive because I went the route of making a compact flash, which was real easy, and I can even show you how to do that real quickly. It's real simple. I mean, you really just, get on Windows and whatnot, and I'll go ahead and include a video now. So basically, you're going to want to start off and extract the CHD man and your image to the root of your operating system drive. If you're on Windows 7, more or less be towards you people. So, for example, my main drive is C, and that's where Windows is installed. And you take your CHD man and the image, in my case, San Francisco Rush the Rock, and you put it on C. And then what you want to do is you're going to want to buy a compact flash. I went with a 8 gig Kingston. It was like 25 bucks or so. I would aim for around 8 gigs, depending on what drive you're running for, but for Rush the Rock, I believe Rush the Rock and Extreme both go off an 8 gig, and people said you can use a smaller one, but I went and just, made it simple and went with the 8 because it was like 20 bucks anyway. So at least I say aim for an 8, get the quickest speed possible, stay around 20 bucks because you don't need to go crazy. So then what you want to do is pop it in, and you're going to go over to the start and put in disk M. And you're going to go to create and format hard drive partitions. Let that load up. And it's going to basically show you everything you have connected to the system. And since I already have my, I've already did this compact flash once, I did it for Extreme and not Rush the Rock, it's already formatted as RAW. But, just for an example, if it loads up, okay, there you go. So, for example, if you get a compact flash, it's most likely going to be formatted in NTFS already, and you're going to see something familiar to this because it's not going to be in RAW format like my compact flash is right here. So don't freak out, it's going to look like this at first, and you're just going to want to write down whatever drive number you know is the compact flash. Like, make sure to take out any flash drives, externals, or whatever, just not to confuse you. Make sure you have an 8 gigabyte or 16 or whatever, and it'll look something close to that like this one does. So after that, like I said, make sure you get the disk of your compact flash down. And then what you're going to want to do is exit out of that, and you're going to want to open up a command prompt. You want to do that simply by just going to start and just type in command, and you want to run that as the administrator, and then just click on like that. And then since I already have one open, you just do cd dot dot to get to the root where you have your CHD at, and you're just want to basically type in that right there, CHD man extract hd.i, and then the name of your file that you put on your C drive here, and in my case it is San Francisco Rush.chd. So you just plug that in right there, and then you do -o, and then // physical drive, and that's the disk number, so physical drive 2-f, and you just let it run. And mine's already completed. I'm not gonna have you go through the whole thing because that only took about 2 hours, 3 hours. So one thing I did notice though is with these compact flashes is that they'll fail the first time. They'll say that it doesn't have enough space or not. Don't freak out. After it fails, take the compact flash, take it out, put it back in, it's going to say, do you wish to format this drive? Click no, don't format the drive. And when you load up and you go back into disk management and click and then go back into here just for reassurance, you know, and once it loads up and you find it again, it'll say raw and you'll be all set to go. And then just either rerun this, like don't exit out of this, just rerun it again, you know, just push up and you can rerun the program and just go ahead and let it go through 100% and you should be good. So, and I found all this information and junk. I didn't find, I had to figure out the whole NTFS thing on my own about it failing, but I found a lot of information over here at the killerinstinctproject.com/KI project/CHDman. So that basically explains the whole thing and whatnot. So hopefully that helps a couple of you guys out. And after making that complex flash and junk, really it was a hassle to get this freaking thing together. Literally this guy, when I got it down here, it was literally this piece, all the plastics was off. I mean, I had to reattach the chair and everything. He took the entire thing out. A little bit of missing hardware here and there, but not a big deal. I mean, I got it together, and it was an all in one piece. He kept all the parts. I mean, he worked on cars, so at least he wasn't, you know, brain dead, not knowing what he was doing. He just didn't know how to fix it. So, I mean, I got everything together, everything situated and whatnot. A couple issues I ran into, though, is the potentiometers on these steering wheels like to go really, really easy. So I ended up searching, you know, just Google, really. I searched Google, and it pointed me to a form on Club, and there was just a little, you know, there was a part you could get. I believe I ordered it off of Element 14. I got it for cheap. I got the potentiometer, which I replaced, and I got a new fan, because this fan was just all sorts of jacked up. But as you can see here, here's all the new EEPROMs and security chips and whatnot. There's compact flash, and really, I mean, all you really need is to replace the hard drive with a compact flash, which is awesome, because it gives you much better read times and whatnot. Is you just need a Y splitter cable, a floppy drive, and I ended up just splitting that off because I added two fans over here to this big old heatsink. And what this heatsink is it's the drive transistors for the feedback steering, and I think these are 80 millimeter, 60 millimeter fans. And what I did was so I could take the air off of that, because that thing was literally overheating. I literally just tonight popped that board off, replaced the transistors with the new ones I got off eBay. I got like 2 for 20 bucks, which is a pretty good deal because everywhere else wanted like $24 each. So I replaced those because I figured if they were overheating before, might as well get new ones now. And then I just got fans, and I just got steel screws or sheet metal screws, and I just screwed them right into the heatsink here, and that works great like that. And keeps it cool, keeps everything great. Yeah, that's really pretty much all I've done to this. I mean, this thing was it was a mess when I got it, but I mean, there were a couple quirks here and there. I mean, it was dusty as hell. I mean, all the dust that piled up on this thing, I dusted the crap out of it. That might have also been a factor of the transistors overheating, but I mean, really, the cabinet's in pretty great shape. I mean, the artwork's all there. I mean, we dinged it up a little bit trying to get it down here. I mean, I would show you the other side, but it's against the wall. I mean, there's literally really no rips or anything. I mean, artwork's great. I mean, works great. All the shifter and everything's good. The pedals are good. I mean, the pedals or whatnot. The potentiometers might need to be replaced. Not now, but in the near future, because they're a little finicky. But I mean, hey, it works great. I mean, the monitor, you see, looks awesome. Got it set up on free play right now. Yeah, and I went ahead the lights before were just totally toasted, and whoever did work on this machine before just, most people don't care about that, but I do. It's a big thing to me to have lights because it subtracts you to the machine, so I thought it was neat. And I replaced the coin door lights down there because you gotta have coin door lights, but those are just regular like 5x5s or regular, just not halogen but fluorescent, or not fluorescent, regular whatever bulbs you call them. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I gotta get a new marquee, and I decided I was gonna take the marquee out of this, and it ended up cracking. So I'll get a Rush the Rocks marquee to make it more suitable. So other than that, it seems in great shape. It's working great. I even got I guess this isn't the original wheels. This is for a 2049, but I think it suits it better. But I mean, as you can see, I'll start up real quick.
Selected the Rock.
It works just fine. I mean, like I said, new potentiometer, new lights, what else? Fans, obviously. I got the new fan in the back. I got a compact flash, and I got the EEPROMs. I mean, it's probably about a $300 investment altogether, but I only spent $150, so I mean, it works. It works great. All I really need is just locks, coin door locks, and the marquee, and I'm set. But yeah, I hope this helps a lot of people out with the whole compact flash, and gives some people some ideas on what to do. But yeah, thanks for watching.